안녕하세요. 은행언니입니다. 내용이 도움이 되셨다면 좋아요, 구독 버튼을 꼭꼭꼭꼭 눌러주세요.
안녕하세요. 은행언니입니다. 지난 환율 변화 예측에 이어 이번 시간에는 BDO 트러스트에서 진행했던 웨비나 내용 중 금융투자, 특히 주식투자에 대한 조언 부분을 한글 자막으로 여러분께 소개합니다. 먼저 오늘의 발표자 미스터 로이 라모스에 대해 간단하게 소개하고 웨비나 내용으로 들어가겠습니다. 미스터 로이 라모스는 BDO 세큐리티 투자 부분의 디렉터이며 본인이 소유한 RYNS 투자회사의 CEO 및 CIO입니다. 골드만삭스에서 17년간 근무했으며 UP에서 비즈니스 어드미니스트레이션 앤 어카운턴시로 학사학위를, 와튼 스쿨에서 석사학위를 받았습니다.
Do you think that the tech sector now trading at lofty valuations is a bubble about to burst?
Short answer, no. I don't think so. I think, we'll get corrections, no? We'll have volatility, we'll have corrections, but I would use the volatility and I would use the corrections to actually start positions or add to positions, and that's exactly what I have been doing. Now, the question is why do I have so much conviction in tech? Maybe if you can go to the next slide. You've had accelerating tech advances, each building on top of prior advances, no? But at the same time, before I talk about this, the situation also is that interest rates are so low, bond yields are so low. There's the valuation or the low interest rate reason, but more importantly, there's the more fundamental reason is that the tech advances will continue, and they if anything they're accelerating, and they're building on top of prior tech advances. I mean, for instance, we take a look at an iPhone, which I'm holding on right now. This is a piece of magic in a way. The chip that's in it, 0.5 billion transistors on a chip that's the size of a fingernail. I mean, imagine that, 8.5 billion transistors. You have a supercomputer in your product. But what made this possible was, number one, electricity. Number two, materials advances, battery advances. Number three, 3G, 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, mastery of radio frequencies. Number four, the technology to make such, small chips with so powerful small chips and all of that. This iPhone would not be possible without all of the advances that but at the same time, the iPhone's been disrupted. You don't need a camera anymore. You don't need a calculator. You don't need a voice recorder. You don't need a CD player. You don't even need a TV anymore. You can stream Netflix on it. And it has built so many huge businesses on back of it. Facebook, TikTok, Tencent, Alibaba, blah, 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 blah. So, we're just talking about one single product.
Yeah. When you mention tech, however, tech involves a lot of niche markets. What types of tech formats do you look at? Do you look at payment mechanisms, new world of internet, online retail shopping? What are you focused on?
Short answer is basically all of it you said, and I made this slide now. I can think of at least 9 themes within tech that have been developing, number one, and two, it's still early days. You're still going to see a lot more over the next 10 years. So I'm talking about cloud computing, software as a service, big data, artificial intelligence, digitalization of commerce, digitalization of media and streaming like Netflix, Spotify, digitalization of cash and finance like PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, digitalization of work processes, Adobe, for the arts, Autodesk for, creating buildings or projects and all of that. And then you get into the biotech world, gene sequencing, precision medicine, Illumina, CRISPR, renewable energy. People may not know this, but next era energy in the US is the biggest renewables. And it has a market cap that's even bigger now than Exxon. once upon a time in the world, Exxon was the biggest market cap company in the world, and now, renewable companies is even bigger than that. And then what I did here, Fritz, was for each of those 9 themes, I put in place representative companies that ride or create or drive that theme, and then underneath each of the names, I put the total returns, not annualized, no, but total returns over the past 5 years. If you had held any of those stocks for the past 5 years. And I think that will continue. And the good thing also is, even for a lot of Filipinos, is that you're very familiar with these names. Everybody knows Amazon, everybody knows Microsoft.
Looking at this slide,
Yeah.
the companies that you listed are now all household, familiar names.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
have really permeated our lives, either at
Yes.
our homes or in the
Yeah.
office. Who
Correct.
doesn't know Google by now? Who doesn't know Adobe
Exactly.
by now?
Yeah.
Who's not familiar with PayPal? And I guess this is your strategy, that you're looking at growth on the goods and services being offered to the market or to the customer, and you try
Right.
to look how far this company will grow.
Yes. Yeah, in a way, for the oldies amongst us, and Fritz, maybe you're not as old as me, no? But my point is, some of you may remember Peter Lynch, Fidelity Magellan Fund,
Definitely.
and he had a great book, One Up on Wall Street. But the point is, if you have a tech and you love the product, your kids love the product, and you know it's going to do much, much more going forward, chances are you just buy the stock and it'll be a very good investment to hold. I mean, some of these names, Microsoft has been like a 1,000 bagger. Apple has been a 1,000 bagger, so to speak. But at the same time, Fritz, some of these names are new, no? Maybe not a lot of people know about Shopify, but it's up 3,000% in just the past 5 years. Some of you may not know about Illumina or Next Era Energy. So, it's also good to invest in some of the new upcoming names because you get upside.
Right.
오늘의 영상이 도움이 되셨나요? 전체 웨비나 내용이 궁금하시다면 아래의 링크를 통해서 확인하실 수 있습니다. 다음 시간에도 유용한 정보로 여러분께 찾아오겠습니다. 도움이 되셨다면 좋아요와 구독 버튼 꼭 눌러주세요. 감사합니다.